everyone, so today I thought it would be quite nice to share with you my top 10 foundations. I tweeted on Twitter earlier last week asking if there are any particular videos that you would like to see me do. And one that came up quite frequently was what were my favourite foundations to use. So I thought I would just do a quick video just going through the 10 of my top favourites that I reach to the most, ranging from high-end to high street. And yeah, I'll just get started. Okay, so first up, this was my first foundation purchase ever, and it's the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions Liquid Makeup. When I first started YouTube, you probably would have seen quite a few tutorials of me using this foundation. It's there to give quite a matte finish and to help not clog the pores in a liquid foundation. So a lot of people prefer to use mineral foundations when they're suffering with bad skin, but this was an alternative to use if you wanted a more kind of flawless finish. And I absolutely love this foundation. It's the first foundation that made me feel confident, and it's a mix between a high street and a high end. It is sold in Boots, so I guess you could say it's a high street brand. I think this is £24, so it's not cheap, so I would definitely say it's on the higher end of the high street, but I don't use this foundation as much anymore, simply because I've found others that I prefer using, but I do still reach for this when I'm having bad blemish days. What I do find is that I like to wear quite a lot of highlighter with this foundation because it gives quite a flat finish, because it's so mattifying. It doesn't have much lift to it, so I do prefer to use lots of highlighters and illuminators if I use this foundation. But it was the first foundation that I ever used, and it really gave me the confidence that I needed with my skin, so I really love this. Really recommend this if you're struggling with acne or just bad breakouts, or if you just haven't tried a foundation before and you do suffer with bad skin and you're scared of using foundations, then I would definitely say that this one is a good one to try. Okay, so next up, sticking with powders for the minute, and this packaging is actually really dirty, so sorry about that. It's the MAC Studio Fix foundation in NC20, and it's just their powder foundation. I used to use this when I wanted really heavy coverage. I would use this over the top of foundation as a setting powder, but more recently, since I've been a bit happier with my skin, I've been using this as just a base foundation, and it's a really lovely flawless finish. It is quite clogging, it is quite heavy, so I would prefer to use this if I was going on a night out or something rather than just daily wear, but you can't go wrong with a MAC foundation. I haven't actually tried any of their liquid foundations before, so if you have a particular MAC foundation that you would recommend that I try that's a liquid, then please do let me know in the comments below. But yes, for a powder foundation, this is absolutely flawless. I'm quite oily and I don't find that it slips and slides around my skin. It's definitely heavy duty, and it's definitely a full coverage foundation. Okay, next up is a Sisley foundation. It's their Photo Tint Eclat. It's a fluid foundation that's oil free, and it's meant to be really long lasting. Again, this is very mattifying, it's a very full coverage, it's a really beautiful foundation. The packaging is really lovely and it smells amazing. Sisley is very expensive, so I would say that definitely hunt around for higher end Sisley products because you can find them for cheaper on various websites, and this one is from the Perfume Club, so I will link them below, and I got this for quite a lot less than what you would pay for it in the stores. But I love this, it keeps me matte, it is a really full foundation. Again, I would wear this for a night out, not really a daytime foundation, more for an evening wear or for a fuller look. But yes, I really love this one. Okay, so going down to high street foundation that's a little bit more affordable is the Rimmel Match Perfection. I featured this in a monthly favourites a few months ago. I've got the shade 100 Ivory, and this particular foundation has an SPF of 18 in it, so which is obviously great, and I love this foundation. It's really affordable. I think it's something like £7, which is amazing. The coverage is gorgeous. I will link the blog post below that I've done on it so you can see a blog post of me wearing it. so you can see my skin, and also I'll link a video below of me wearing this. The only thing is, I would say it's a little bit tacky, so it definitely needs a setting powder with it. But apart from that, it is just a gorgeous foundation, really lovely, flawless finish, and it's slightly more radiant than the other foundations that I've mentioned so far. It's got light perfecting particles in it, so it's helping to give you a little bit more radiance and a little bit more illumination. And yeah, it just needs a little bit of powder to set it. But apart from that, the staying power is brilliant as well. It doesn't slip and slide across my face. It's really long lasting, and for less than a tenner, it's absolutely incredible. Okay, so next up is my ever trusted Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I've got the shade Ivory Nude, which is shade 72, and you know how much I love my Este Lauder. I haven't been wearing it at all recently, just because I've been so much happier with my skin. I've not been feeling that I need as high coverage. But that being said, it will always be my holy grail foundation. It is super heavy, super mattifying, completely flawless finish, the most flawless foundation I think I'll ever use. But it is super heavy duty foundation, so it is going to be a bit more clogging on the pores. It is quite expensive, but not unaffordable. I would say that you could still purchase this as a regular foundation, obviously depending on your budget. I do love the packaging. It's glass packaging, it's a beautiful little bottle, and this was always the foundation that I was wearing when I was struggling with my skin towards the latter part of last year, and for the past couple of years really I've just been wearing this foundation. It's been my best friend really, and even though it's not got the properties in there to heal my skin, it definitely gave me the confidence that I needed when I was suffering. So I love this foundation a lot. I was using a Crew before, and I just found that was a little bit too yellow and didn't really match the rest of my skin, and Ivory Nude has been the perfect match. So there are so many shades available in this foundation. It's definitely worth going to your local store and asking one of the ladies to help you out and pick the right colour. They'll put a tester on you and you can wear it, see how you feel, and then come back. They give you like a 10-day sample so you can really test the ground with it. And this also has an SPF 10 in it as well, which does make it a little bit annoying when you're having photographs in the evening, because this is I would wear this foundation for a night out as well as in the day, but when you're having photos there's a bit of flashback, so that's a bit annoying, but holy grail. Okay, next up is a foundation that I have been wearing recently. As you guys know, I've been having treatments at Courthouse Clinics for my skin, and what they've really recommended to me is mineral foundation to let my skin breathe. And this is something that I just wouldn't have considered before, because it just doesn't have that full coverage that I really crave. But recently I've been feeling a lot better about my skin, a lot more happier and confident in myself, and so a mineral foundation has been absolutely fine for me to just wear in the daytime at work, and it gives me the coverage that I need, and it's not too heavy on my skin. And so I've been using the Bare Minerals in shade C25, which is their medium shade, and this also has an SPF of 15 in it, and it's basically just a mineral powder. I use a crown brush with it to apply it, which is like a really light duo fibre brush, which I will link below if you want to go and have a look at that. But this is just, it's like wearing foundation, like it looks like you're not wearing makeup but you are, so it gives you that kind of just even skin tone but not a full face of makeup, so it's very natural looking and blends beautifully, and it is buildable, so if you do want to wear a heavier look you can. It's my favourite to reach for when you're having a good skin day and you feel like you just need something to quickly put on that makes you feel good, and that is that for me. Okay, next up is a type of BB cream, and it is the Perricone MD Cosmeceuticals No Foundation foundation, and this has a broad spectrum of SPF 30 in it, so it's the highest SPF I think I've got, and it comes in this lovely little pump bottle. I really love this packaging, I think it's gorgeous, but it's basically works like a BB cream in terms of it's not meant to clog your pores. It's meant to give you kind of like a flawless finish but not make you look like you're wearing loads of makeup, and I think before that they didn't do lots of different shades, and it was the one shade they did was not really very suitable to very many skin tones, but this is really lovely. Yeah, and I just really love this. Again, this is something I would wear for work. If I was feeling like I wanted a liquid foundation, I think I would probably reach for this more in the spring and summer, and it just gives a lovely finish. It's quite an expensive BB cream, but if you're looking for something that's going to look after your skin but also give you that makeup look that you want to achieve, I definitely recommend this. I love it. I think it's amazing, and it's the only thing I've tried from Perricone MD. I haven't tried anything else, but I'm definitely going to be looking into more stuff from their brands because I really liked using this. Okay, next up is another, obviously all of these are my favourites because they're my top 10 foundations, but it's the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation in shade SB04, and this foundation is the foundation that made me realise that other foundations can work with my skin apart from Este Lauder Double Wear. It is gorgeous. It is the most beautiful finish. It's illuminating, it's matte, it's full, it's buildable, it's blendable, it's just everything you could want in a foundation this has in buckets full. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The shade is lovely for my skin. It blends like no other foundation I've got, and I just love it. It gives you it really does cover up the imperfections, but it doesn't feel heavyweight like the Este Lauder can. And again, this is 20-something pounds. It's a brilliant foundation. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend going to a counter and getting a sample. It says that it's easily blendable, effortlessly creates a perfect complexion, suitable for all skin types, smooths, softens and conditions your skin whilst providing natural buildable coverage, the ultimate skin realism foundation. And that's exactly what it is. It definitely smooths out the skin, softens it, gives it a healthy glow, and it's definitely suitable for all skin types because I know that Zoe uses it, and me and her have quite different skin types, and I'm super oily and I thought, oh, this is just going to slide everywhere, and it hasn't. It's just gorgeous and I love it. Okay, and then next up, we've only got 2 more to go, is the NARS Sheer Glow. This is a recent purchase for me, but it is definitely a loved foundation in my book. It is amazing. You know, it annoys me that it doesn't come with a pump applicator. NARS, you are naughty, but regardless, it is just such a gorgeous foundation. I've got the shade Mont Blanc, and this foundation is quite similar to the Illamasqua Skin Base, I would say, but I do prefer this one just a little bit. I've got it on today. It is just the perfect foundation. I don't think there's any other foundation that really compares to it because it's not clogging, it's not heavy, it mattifies the skin, it doesn't slide around, but it also gives a lovely healthy glow. It's not flat at all. It's buildable, so you could wear it as more of a lightweight foundation mixed with your moisturiser, or you could wear it as a heavy foundation for a night out. It's completely versatile, however you want to use it. I'm definitely going to be purchasing this 100 times over, and I said in one of my videos that it definitely competes with my Este Lauder. It really does, on par with each other. I think this one slightly pips the Este Lauder to the post simply because it's not so heavy and is a little bit better for your skin than the Este Lauder would be, but this stuff is amazing. I know that lots of people are put off by the sheer factor in terms of the title, but don't be. It's not a sheer foundation at all. You can wear it slightly lighter, but I would definitely say that this is a full coverage foundation that just looks quite natural and is beautiful. It covers my imperfection, it covers my scarring, and it gives me that healthy glow that I look for in a foundation, and I love it. Okay, lastly is another high street foundation, and it's the Bourjois Foundation Radiance Reveal Healthy Mix. And I did feature this in a recent haul video. It's just a healthy glow foundation with to give a flawless complexion, and it's meant to keep your skin hydrated and luminous. And for a high street foundation, this is amazing. I'd say that this is a really good dupe for the NARS Sheer Glow and the Illamasqua Skin Base. It kind of fits into their category of a full foundation that looks like luminous and glossy and beautiful, but also keeps the skin in place. It's not, if you're oily like me, it's not going to slip and slide everywhere. It's not going to it's going to last all day, and I probably wouldn't wear this for a night out, but I would definitely wear this to work if I was feeling like I needed to feel a little bit better about myself. If the Bare Minerals isn't quite cutting it, or the Perricone MD, I feel like I need a bit more, then this is the one I would reach for at work, just to wear at work in the day, because it's long lasting, but it also has a little bit more of a fuller coverage that makes you look a little bit more flawless. And we all have days like that, don't we, where we need to just feel a little bit nicer about ourselves. It smells really lovely, and again, it's under £10 I think, so you can't really go wrong. It's definitely one to try, and obviously with the high street foundations, they're never going to be able to compete hugely with the higher end foundations, so I would obviously say that I prefer the NARS and the Alaska over this one. But if you're on a budget and you're looking for something that is affordable but is going to do the job nicely, then I would definitely recommend this. And yeah, I love it. I'll be purchasing it again, obviously. So guys, that is all of my top 10 foundations. Quite a few of them are similar to one another, but you're going to get that when you're a particular person, you like a particular kind of thing, then you're going to kind of look for the same properties in a foundation, I guess. So I hope that you found that interesting. They're all the foundations that I wear really regularly. Some I reach more than others, but they're all absolutely beautiful foundations in my opinion, and I hope you found some new ones in there maybe that you hadn't thought to try before. If you have a similar skin tone to me, you don't need to worry so much about there not being enough foundations out there for our skin tones, because there's 10 there. If you're an oily person, there are 10 foundations there that I find work really well for my skin. So there's definitely foundations out there for everybody, whether you're dry, oily, combination. Like, so many foundations can work for more than one skin type, so don't pigeonhole yourself and branch out and go and ask for samples. There is no shame in asking for a sample. I know that some people, some customer service representatives on the beauty stands can be a little bit off-putting, they're a little bit intimidating, but give yourself the confidence to go in there and just say, like, you have the intention of buying the foundation, but you're not going to spend nearly £30 on something if you don't know how it works. So have the guts to go in and say, please can I have a sample, or even if you don't want to ask for a sample, say, please could you do me a makeover with this particular foundation, because I'd really like to see how it works on me, and then go and do the rest of your shopping and have a look outside in the daylight and see how you feel with it on your face, instead of the pressure of the shop assistant like asking you if you want to buy it. And yeah, do feel like you can ask, because that's the best way. And yeah, I would highly recommend all of these foundations. I think they're wonderful, but obviously foundations work differently for different people. So I hope you found it interesting, guys. I'm always open to hearing suggestions of what you would like to see, so please do leave some suggestions down in the comment bar below, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!